So today we're talking about the practice of the future. And to understand the future, we really need to understand and visualize our past. So does anybody remember these things? You guys remember those? Travel cards, right? Crazy, like that's how we did our documentation. How about this? This was like the latest and greatest technology when we used a scanner on barcodes to document our patients' findings. Thank God today we've evolved to very, very sophisticated electronic health record and also very sophisticated practice and management systems that really help to leverage the power of big data. So what does the future look like? Well, here's what we know. Change today is exponential. Here's what we also know, that emerging technologies are completely disrupting healthcare today. Big data is on the rise, and the use of artificial intelligence is key to managing all of that big data. Big data and artificial intelligence is documentation. 3D motion capture is also on the rise, a very sophisticated way to assess patients and their level of function. Markerless motion capture is documentation. What about blockchain? Everybody knows about Bitcoin. Everybody knows Bitcoin has kind of been the rage, the ups and downs about cryptocurrency. But blockchain has tremendous growth potential and is a true meta technology. Blockchain is documentation, and I'm not the only person who thinks so. In fact, some very, very smart people at Harvard Business School have predicted that blockchain is the future of electronic health records, and therefore documentation. And something that's really near and dear to my heart are mobile apps. mHealth, we call it. The growth rate of mobile apps is skyrocketing. It's a billion-dollar industry already and only set to grow further. And mobile apps is documentation. For mobile, it's gone absolutely bananas. We know that 40% of the people only search on a mobile device. We also know that mobile apps have a significantly higher engagement rate than anybody working or using a computer. It's crazy. I literally just saw this 2 days ago. If you want to buy a Lincoln Aviator and you want to start your car, you better have an iPhone. Craziness. In baseball, mobile devices are being used because they're connecting earbuds to radar compartments up behind the plate in order to determine whether or not a pitch is actually a strike or a ball. So imagine if mobile apps attracted new patients and documented the patient journey. Imagine if new patient paperwork was a thing of the past. Imagine if automated workflow helped coordinate care with other healthcare providers on your patient's healthcare team. So let's take that walk into the future. Here's Samantha. Samantha has acute low back pain, and she talks to her friend, and her friend says, hey, you need to check out Foxworth Chiropractic. They have this really cool mobile app, and you can actually take an assessment for your condition. So she goes home, she downloads the app, and she's able to locate the area of pain on the assessment tool. She rates her pain on a scale from 0 to 10. She describes the type of pain that she's experiencing, which is sharp. And then she's able to actually answer questions about what makes her pain worse. Now, normally the algorithm that's built in says, yeah, these are the exercises that you can do, but the algorithm is smart and says, your pain is so severe, you need to have an appointment with a doctor. So within the app, she schedules an appointment. It goes right to your electronic health record system. The next day, she's in your office, but there's no paperwork to fill out because she's already gone into the patient portal, filled out all of her pertinent health history information. You've already reviewed it, and guess what? Now it's patient-centered time. It's time to actually connect with your patient one-on-one about their condition. You do your evaluation, and you use 3D motion capture to get an accurate assessment of function, and she's got a documented score that goes into the health record. Now you get to actually work your magic, right? This is why we do what we do. We work our magic. And all of this information is documented into a healthcare record, and then an automated task files through automated workflow to your front desk CA to print out a narrative for her PCP to send to him to coordinate care. Before she leaves, she pays her copay on the mobile app, It gets debited from her bank account, and your electronic healthcare practice management system gets updated automatically. She goes home, she gets her home exercise program, and she's able to track her journey. She's documenting her journey through acute care, corrective care, and ultimately getting to the point of wellness. Once she's done with her course of care, she has the opportunity to use a mobile app for wellness services in your practice, like massage and fitness. Sam is a very happy patient. She's had a remarkable experience using technology to create that remarkable experience, and you have the practice of the future. What's great today, folks, is that you don't have to imagine this. This experience already exists. It's already here. And we today have a plan to help everyone in this room, and frankly, everyone in the chiropractic profession, be early adopters of technology. We have the technology to transform documentation. The future of healthcare, and thus the future of documentation, is big data and artificial intelligence, 3D motion capture, blockchain, and mobile health. So, are you ready for transformational technology? Are you ready to embrace new forms of data and documentation? And are you ready for mobile to take your practice global? If the answer is yes, then you are ready for the practice of the future. Later this afternoon, we're going to take a deep dive into all of these technologies. We're going to be talking about blockchain, artificial intelligence, big data, 3D motion capture, how to make sure documentation is appropriate using all of these technologies. And we have a secret special sauce at the very end of the day today, my good friend, Mr. David Bayer, who is really an expert on mindset and personal development. David you'll hear from later today, but you will not want to miss him speaking today. He has literally transformed my life, and he's here today to help transform yours as well. Lastly, I just want to share with you a really exciting development. The Florida Chiropractic Association and my technology company, Kaizennovate, is raffling off a free custom app for your practice. What you saw in the presentation is not the future, it's the present. And so what we're doing is we're going to be raffling off one free app for a lucky FCA member. So here's the deal. If you want to enter into the raffle, what you do is you type in 678-506-7543, you type in FCA Tech, and you'll get a response. The auto response says, enter your email. Okay, don't just put in 678-506-7543 and FCA Tech and do nothing, because we won't know that you actually entered. Enter your email, and after David is done speaking today at around 5:30, we will announce the winner. Okay, so it's 678-506-7543. I want to thank the Florida Chiropractic Association for doing this on behalf of their members. Now, I will tell you, today is not your grandmama's documentation panel. We have an amazing group of experts here today that I'm super excited to hear from, because every time I listen to these folks, I always learn something new.